as we were just, you just heard out the management talk about the guidance, the inline set of numbers. Domestic volume growth came in at 4%. Abneesh Roy, the Executive Vice President, Institutional Equities at Edelweiss, joins us now on the phone line. Abneesh, good morning. Based on these numbers and the positive commentary from the management, how do you see the stock price move and what is your recommendation?
Yeah, we are quite positive on Hindustan Unilever. If you see the 6-7 results which have come out, Asian Paints, DMart, HUL, Emami, Marico, USL. So 5-6 key themes are coming out. We came out with a sector report also. And HUL is a very good play on most of those. So one is modern trade coming back. So this is good for HUL also because a lot of those discretionary products which we are not seeing sampling because of the confined living, those will see very good sales now. Already December quarter saw good growth coming back. But next 4 quarters, there will be a clear acceleration. Second, of course, is the foods portfolio continues to do well. So that is something which is a good play for HUL in the Horlicks Boost and its existing portfolio. We are also seeing pricing power come back for HUL and for most companies. So HUL is taking one more 2.5% price hike in soaps, already one round taken. So in spite of very high inflation in palm oil and tea, there was just a 40 bips kind of a gross margin erosion. And that's the right strategy for HUL, wherein they go for market share expansion. So I am very sure that in tea and soaps, HUL is gaining market share from the smaller and the regional players. And in rest of the portfolio, we are also seeing a lot of evidence of premiumization. So urban demand coming back. I think this is the first quarter wherein FMCG companies and HUL are seeing urban growth come back. And rural continues to remain quite strong. So we are quite positive. We have a 2,800 target price for HUL. And we see next 1 year laundry sales, discretionary, out of home and ice cream. These 4 segments are still seeing some level of dip. But starting from this quarter, Q4, we will see growth coming back in almost all of these segments also. So we are quite positive.
Okay, Abneesh, good morning. But you know the stock has underperformed. So you think these numbers could lead to ending this underperformance, or you think there are other factors driving this underperformance?
Absolutely. So we had highlighted 2 quarters back that HUL will underperform likes of say Dabur, Nestle because. Say 23% of the portfolio detergent because of confined living. Last 2 quarters, there has been a dip and discretionary portfolio we discussed, there has been a dip. Having said that, December quarter, most of these have now come back to almost normal level. So discretionary portfolio and detergent, only slight issues are there in some parts of the portfolio. So absolutely, you are right. The underperformance was warranted. But now because of the normalcy and good growth coming back, positive commentary, pricing power. See, pricing power in FMCG is very important because you are able to absorb cost in the salary and the media inflation. So it is not just a pass-through of the raw material because already tea prices have come off significantly from the peak. It went up almost 75-80%. From that peak in the last few months, it has come off also. So we always see ultimately commodities do cool off. But then the price hike which has been taken, that doesn't really get reversed fully. So yes, I would say that yes, these are high FI ownership stock also. So near-term market, if it corrects, there could be some correction. But from a 3 to 6 months, this stock definitely looks a very good play on the revival in the economy.
What about the other 2 FMCG stocks? Let me start with Marico. 15% volume growth. What's your price target, if any?
Yeah, so Marico, again, good set of numbers. What we are seeing is hair oil category across all the 4 companies is seeing very good revival. So we expect good numbers for Bajaj Consumer, for Dabur. Emami also has shown last 6 months good growth. Yes, this quarter was not a high quarter for a cooling hair oil. So Emami suffered because of that. But definitely in Kesh King, etc., they continue to do well. Marico also did quite well in foods and the Saffola portfolio. Having said that, 2 issues in Marico I'd like to highlight. There is some gross margin pressure for the company because of the copra, edible oil prices, etc. And second, of course, entry into Chyawanprash honey, initial good numbers, and I think clearly Saffola brand equity is there. But long-term competing with Dabur won't be easy. So we clearly see the honey issue which had also come up in terms of that mixing, etc. That issue has also died completely, and now advertisements, if you see, everyone's ad is looking exactly same, which means that Dabur will continue to do well in honey and Chyawanprash. So we'll prefer Dabur and Emami over Marico in the current context, given the margin pressure in Marico.
Okay.
But overall, good volume growth for Marico.
Sure. Just one final question on HUL, coming back to the fact that you said that in the near term, there is upside for HUL. Given that the company has prioritized volume-led growth over margins, would you raise your own revenue estimates for, say the full year or the next year? And what would your target price be?
Absolutely, you're right. This is the right strategy because when sharp inflation happens, Unilever has changed its strategy versus what it was, say, 5-6 years back. So now when sharp inflation is happening in tea and soap, company is going for market share because once the raw material cools off, that market share doesn't go away. So you have added new customers. So we have a target price of 2,800. Yes, company has got other levers to manage cost. So in spite of so much of inflation, there was just a 40 bps erosion in gross margins. So yes, there is some slight upside, but we already knew that both the GSK part of the portfolio and rest of the portfolio of the discretionary will come back strongly. So we have already factored that in our number, and we do expect that 20% upside from here in the next 1 year is possible.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Abneesh, thank you very much for joining us. We have to take a break and come back with our technical experts.